Good afternoon. We are Group 1, Superior Consulting. And Superior Consulting was started back in 2013 in February. And we was founded by 4 young students that go to the University of West Georgia. 4 young males that was looking for a way to be able to provide professional advice to companies and individuals in need. So I bet you are wondering, who are the 4 individuals? Well, it starts off with myself, Riles, the president. Will, your recommendation is Ricardo, financial advisor, and Matt, public relations. All right. Question. What comes to mind when you guys are driving and you see the police pull up behind you?
Jail.
Well, we took a survey around campus, asked about 50 people how do they feel. Most people said nervous, scared, and worried. And I know, like, when you go to consulting companies trying to get advice, when you give them your personal business information or organization information, you might feel worried and scared, a little bit like hesitant about giving your information. But with us, Superior Consulting, it should feel more like a handshake. And I know the definition of a handshake implies like a greeting, but it also means a sign of agreement and finalization. And with us, you should be able to feel that agreement that when you give us your business, that you can trust us to get the job done and well. And here we have a few companies that we represent on the regular. Gap, Target, Belts, and Kmart. They're part of our business that we like recommendations and stuff. Here it was Belts back in 2003 before they came to us. And I sent them over to my associate, Will, and this is Belts now. As you can see, we gave them a logo, because like everybody needs logos. We gave them a little color, just to hook them up. And I bet you wondering, where can you find us? Where are we located? We're local. We started out here in the back campus drive at West Georgia, but over the time, we expanded over months. Now we have 10 different locations across the United States. And here at Superior Consulting, we work for you guys. So we got a 24-hour system, 24/7, so you can call us anytime, email us anytime. If you have any questions or concerns, you can call us, email us, text. We do it all. Now I'm going to pass it to my colleague, Ricardo. He's going to give you a little bit about the statement of need.
Thank you, Freshad. Okay. Now I will show you what now current clients enactors need. Generally speaking, enactors, student non-profit organization, shares a great reputation in UWG. It helps students creating their own projects, do volunteer works, and win rewards. However, it still has some weaknesses. Last week, I made an interview with Dr. Green, who is the advisor in enactors. Based on her words, we identified a few problem areas that we can improve to make enactors successful organizations. They are improving organization image, increasing student involvement, and developing external communications. To begin with, enactors is a great student organization, but few people knows it. Why? Their advertising tools are not attractive. Like this poster. Does anybody know where it is?
This good.
Oh yeah. It's on the 2nd floor of this building. However, does it work? I'm not sure. Why not using something more attractive, like Facebook, Twitter, website, something eye-catching? Image is essential in business. Even if you are truly a brilliant organization, if your image does not portray all your worth, students will not realize that it is a good organization which they will be willing to join in. Moreover, enactors need help to increase membership. Based on the interview, the majority of enactors members are juniors and seniors who have enough knowledge to do projects. But it causes a problem. Their members change frequently. Nearly every semester, they will have a new president because the former one is graduated. That's why enactors is weak in the word of mouth. You can only hear it from those graduates. To solve this problem, enactors need our help to increase membership, especially for freshmen who have interests on that organization but not fully experienced. Finally, the developing external communication. Enactors is not only exist in UWG, it is an international organization. For example, maybe you don't know, Mrs. Zhu here, she is the member of Enactors China. Yeah, amazing, isn't it? That brings us an idea that enactors in UWG can communicate with other enactors organizations. They might be in other university in Georgia, out of Georgia, or even in other countries. Those resources can be used to make their activities more attractive and appeal to the international students. In conclusion, enactors need now assistance to solve these problems, and we look forward to implementing our recommendations to help enactors to reach a higher level. That's the end of my section. For more information, please let's welcome Nat to explain the detail.
Thank you, Ricardo. I'm here to handle external and internal communications in business. There are two parts: from the self and to others. The first part is internal, which consists of email, social networking, memos, and I believe that enactors exhibits a healthy internal communication. They organize meetings monthly, which include the president and advisors, but members are not welcome to attend. There is an annual event that is organized to allocate missions to the project leaders, and they do a good job. You guys do a great job of internal communication. External communication deals with from yourself to others. Next one. Bad infrastructure. You guys are terrible at external communication. Surprisingly, there is optimism for Twitter. You guys excel on Twitter. The most followers, including your competition, which includes UGA's Enactors chapter and the management club here on campus. Now moving on to strengths and weaknesses, opportunities and strengths. You guys exhibit strong communication internally. This is a fundamental strength. You need to keep that and exhibit it always. A weakness would be senior students. You need to tap into a more youthful market. Start marketing to freshmen. Use Twitter. And next, opportunities, ads, and tapping into that young market. A threat to your existence would be no recognition on a university scale. No one knows about enactors at all. And the worst part about it is you guys have done nothing to generate interest in your group. Next, I will pass it on to Ricardo for recommendations on these problems in external and internal communications.
Will.
Will, I'm sorry, Will.
Hey, I'm Will. I'm part of Superior Consulting, and I'm going to be going over the recommendations that we provided to you. Oh, this is it. Okay. The recommendation we provided covered 3 different areas. They cover departmental and organizational image. They're going to increase membership and student involvement, and develop external communications to increase the image and involvement. So, first and foremost, you guys have a logo, but nobody knows exactly what it means. When you look at major companies, major corporations, you see a logo, for example, the McDonald's Golden Arms or a Nike swoosh. When you see, you instantly know what it is. That is your goal when creating a logo. And when you're creating your logo, you need to step back and think. You can do it individually, you can do it together as a group, but you want to look at the big picture of what your organization provides to your customers. In doing that, you develop a logo that demonstrates a visual image of that service. So when people see that logo, they say, okay, this is what we're going to get. We know who they are. Secondly, once you develop your logo, you need to start marketing your name. You put your logo, you put your name, you put your URL, your email address on everything you send out to your potential customers or members. So you would put on business cards, you put on handbooks, pins you give out, anything to start marketing your name. Second, increase student involvement. We highly recommend that you begin using any type of social media, Twitter, Facebook. As I think 2 of my partners also mentioned, it is huge in today's world. And right now you don't use the full potential of what it can offer to you. As we all know, everybody in here probably has a smartphone, and everybody in here probably uses some sort of social media. It is a huge way to market to the members that you do not have currently, which will in turn allow your organization to grow dramatically. Second, the social media will also create a line of communication to your members, but more importantly to your non-members. It allows them to log on to a Facebook page or like your page and comment on what things they like, what things they don't like. If you host organizational events, they can say, I like this about it, but maybe do this next time. Or it gives you a way to give the information out to your non-members. Say, hey, come hang out with us. We're having a cookout, or we're having this event, in Greek next week, something like that. Secondly, and I believe Ricardo mentioned the monthly meetings. There are monthly meetings, but they're only open to the president and the advisors. In order to increase your student involvement or members' involvement, you need to open those meetings to everyone. Members want to be involved. They want to know what's going on. And in order to increase that involvement, you've got to allow them to feel like they're important. So continue your monthly meetings, but allow it to be open to everybody. And lastly, develop external communications. We have come up with a conference, national conference for student leadership that you could allow your students to go to, or your members to go to. It's a multi-day conference where they go and learn their personal leadership strengths and weaknesses. They also will be developing communication skills to allow them to communicate in different situations, such as a group, giving a presentation, or in a one-on-one business communication setting. And lastly, in order to increase your participation in these events, possibly partner up with a professor in the business section of University of West Georgia. have them offer incentives to their students such as extra credit, bonus on assignment, whatever it may need to be, to allow your students to go and develop these skills. This way, when they return, they will help your organization increase relationships with the community, with the school, and any other organizations around. That is it for our recommendations. We have discussed the background of our company. We have given you reasons why you should partner with us. We have discussed the current internal and external communications. We have discussed the recommendations that we have provided for you guys. So let us take you to the next level. And we are Superior Consulting.
Let us put a smile on your face.
And we brought some suckers to put a little smile on your face when you leave class today. Little twisted pops.
And while they're passing out, do you guys have any questions for us?
What risks are involved in if we use your recommendation?
There aren't very many risks when working with us and taking using our recommendations. Each recommendation is very low cost. The most expensive thing is the 3-day conference, which students shouldn't have an issue funding. They can get sponsors or usually pull it out of pocket because it's several $100s. Other than that, the implementation of the social media, the logo, doesn't cost anything.
Thank you.
In order to put all 3 recommendations in place, it'll probably take 6 months. Each individual step contains a little bit of different time. Creating the logo, printing everything out you need. The social media sites don't take long at all. It's just a matter of getting your members involved.
While we're working with it, so we thought you'd be a smart choice for this. Because we have worked with major companies in the past, like for instance, we showed you Belt, how they used to have a plain, simple logo, just saying Belt, but working with us, we got them, I think it was $1.3 million more dollars in investment, and we know how to eliminate all the extra waste and stuff, which is good what we do.
Any more questions for team number 1? All right, thank you.